Corn-Fed TV. I'm Lincoln, and before we get to talking about this, we should probably talk about where it came from. Damn, that was a long clip. Anyway, wasn't a bad looking truck, right? It was on its way of being something special-ish, you know. Needed some rust repair and needed a new paint job and some modifications here. So you might be thinking, self, where did things go wrong? Well, the short story is, one weekend we were running up to the Shy Diesel Extravaganza. If those of you that don't know what that is, it's a bunch of honky ass rednecks get in their truck and go up there and screw off in parking lots. But if you want to know what the real thing is, it's where Dan Scheid has a company of diesel performance stuff, and he goes up there and he has the Lucas tractor pull, he has a drag race, and he has a dyno set up, and he has some vendor displays. So it's a legit thing, just everybody comes and ruins it. And now they've moved it. But anyway, so I was on the way up there, and me and this dude, just some random guy, we're back and forth on the highway, just, I mean, fast as we were going, probably 80, just past each other, and all the way up there, giggling like a couple schoolgirls. Come Monday, drive to work, I'm about 5 miles out, blow a head gasket. So I limped it to work, we got it towed home, and now you see where we're at. I had plans on wanting to do a Duramax swap. I'm not mechanically inclined by any means, so that didn't happen. So it has sat for the last 3 years, and no wait, 4 years. So anyway, doesn't matter how long it's sat. So the plan is now to just get what we've got here going. I've got something over here I want to show you in order to fix some of our other issues, though. Alright, so before I show you that part over there, I want to see if this thing's even going to start up. Hopefully we're going to get that fixed soon. So I had to wait for more daylight, but are you ready for that new part? There it is. Now, the whole reasoning behind getting this instead of the traditional route of getting rockers, cab corners, and other parts that I needed was simply because of the price. So I'm going to give you two different prices. One's used that I found on the marketplace in our area, and the other one is going to be from LMC. Now I know that there's going to be cheaper ways to get new stuff, but I didn't want to do all the research. I just had LMC. We went that route. Here we go. So for a used set of doors, it was going to be about $125 to $150 around our area for used. For new from LMC was going to be, I mean, we're talking full blown, just crank doors, no power. It's going to be about $900 plus. I need rockers. You're going to buy those new, so that was $120 for both sides. I needed cab corners. It's going to be $60. I needed the right side floor, $170. I need a bedside, which obviously there's no new bedside sitting there, so that's going to be, I can buy a whole new bed for $300 to $500, or I can get that panel piece for $80. So we might go that route. So the cheapest mechanic around here to do all that is about $50 an hour. So if we go the used rate, we're talking about $425 to $650 with, okay, so it looks like around $4 grand. According to my figures, it looks like it's going to be around $2 to $4 grand to get. Damn it! Sorry guys, my mic's bouncing around everywhere, so if it's bouncing on top of the screen there, so it looks like it's going to be about $2 to $4 grand to do all the repairs that it would need. Where it cost me, you ready for this? $100 for everything you see here. Now, one thing we have done is we've gone in here. And me has gone in here and I stripped the vinyl floor, took the bench seat out, and took the entire dash. That's going to come out next, but the whole reasoning, and we gotta get the floor ready, but the whole reasoning for taking all that out was because it was basically work truck trash. Where in here is a little bit nicer. Obviously I need new door panels. I have this piece, it's just out in preparation for the other cab, and obviously I need to do some cleaning up here because I thought it was okay to put camo duct tape on there and thought it was something special. It was not. So as of right now, I mean, some of these pieces I can get replacements from a junkyard if they don't clean up. So I told you the floor was bad, and you're wondering, well, how do you know that? Pretty soft. So that is where I came up with it needs a new floor. So $100, a 94 cab. It's got a 94 front clip on it when they rebuilt it, so we might as well just roll with it. I also picked up this 3500 front bumper. I always wanted one because I'm going to put my LED cubes that were originally, well, not originally, but my cubes that were on there in those holes. Not an original idea, but I always wanted that specific bumper for that specific reason. So that's your update on the truck. So by the time you see this, hopefully we've started working on it, or at least got it down to Jeremy's house to start working on it. And the cab swap should be possibly in the spring. I don't know exactly when we're going to get into it because the frame rails, I don't know if you can see them from here, pardon the trash, but the frame rails are still connected on both sides. All they did was they took and cut it off. It had a utility bed, so they wanted to keep the utility bed and the motor, I believe, so they just hacked it off and had the truck sitting there for, shoot, I think my dad said he'd seen it 10 years ago. They wanted $500 then, so $100, we picked it up. This past spring I had some other videos on it, but they just weren't going to pan out for this video. I might as well do a full-blown update. Yeah, it's a couple days separated, but anyway, that's what you got. So stay tuned for the build. Be sure to like, subscribe. Apparently you need to hit the bell button, because just because you're subscribed to our channel doesn't mean you're going to see our stuff. But with that, I'm done. So you guys have been great. I've been Lincoln. We'll see you in the next one.